Hamitakapi, Sage Machap. Hello everybody, I'm Sage Fastog and I'm going to be presenting tips for reading Lakota. Okay, this is the Read Lakota, tips for reading Lakota. So I'm going to try to get all of you that are watching to see if you can read Lakota by following 3 rules. Really, if you just pay attention to 2 of the rules, you should do very fine. And mostly I'm kind of leaning on if you're a fluent English speaker, you're going to be able to use what you know and apply it to this little segment here. Okay, so let's go to the next page. And the next page are the rules. So the first rule is after every vowel there's a syllable break. If you forgot what a syllable was, it's the sounds in a word. For instance, like follow, it's got 2 syllables in it. And one thing how we're going to know where the syllable breaks are in a Lakota word is we'll look and we'll count how many syllables they are in a word, and then they'll tell us how many sounds that word will make. Plus we'll know where to stop. And another thing to remember is every vowel will have its own sound. So even if a vowel is sitting right next to another vowel, they will both still have their own sound. Okay, so just remember that. Everything else, like all consonants, will have same sounds as English sounds. Same English sounds. So the L will make the L sound. The R, well, there is no R in Lakota. There's a T, so there's F, so they'll still make that sound and the F sound. And a W for what, okay? Except for letters with diacritical marks, all right? But in this particular activity, I'm gonna kind of help you and coach you with any of the letters that come up that have diacritical marks, all right? So just pay attention to the first rule. For every vowel, there's a syllable break. So the key thing is we gotta be able to identify vowels. What do they look like? And lucky for you, if you're an English speaker, the vowels are the same vowels in English, except for 3 of them. 3 of them are going to look different from English vowels, okay? And remember, each one's going to have its own sound. Here are the 8 Lakota vowels. 5 of them are Lakota vowels, and 3 of them are Lakota nasal vowels. I'm just going to go through all the sounds with you, what they make, okay? And the first 5, they'll consistently have the same sound even if they're placed close together, okay? For instance, like the vowel A will make the sound ah, just like is in father. And if you look at the word above it where it says Lakota, the A consistently will have the ah sound, Lakota. And then you go to E, the E sound will always make the eh sound, eh. The I will consistently make the E sound, E. The O will consistently make the O sound, as in the O and A and oak, O. The U will consistently make the oo sound, as in the vowel U and shoot, oo. Okay. And there's a word for ladder, and they say o e ali. So you hear 4 syllables there, and that's actually 4. Because there's 4 vowels there. O e a li. So you have O, you have I, you have A, then you have I again. with one consonant, that's an L. Okay. O, E, Ali. Anyway, let's move down to the next 3 nasal vowels. They're called nasal vowels because you pronounce these vowels through your nasal passage. So the first vowel is the nasal vowel A. It looks like it has a consonant N beside it, but that's actually a symbol to tell the reader that you should say this vowel through your nose. And it sounds like the O-N in Kong. So it has the sound And then you have the nasal vowel I. It still makes the E sound, but only thing you make the E sound through your nose. And it sounds like the I-N in king. King. So I got that E sound, as in Ina. And then you have the nasal U. Okay, it still makes the U sound. And so in a Lakota word, for grandmother, you say G. G. Okay. So you see that C has a diacritical mark above it. That's telling me as a reader that I should pronounce that C with the J sound. G. So this word right here looks like it has 2 consonants, but actually it has 2 vowels and 1 consonant, because that N that looks like the consonant N is actually a symbol telling me that that U should be pronounced through my nose. All right, let's move on to the next page. So on this page, you have a picture of Mita Kuyapi. Now, if you follow the first rule, you should already be trying to identify how many vowels there are in this word. And you probably have a number now. I want you to think of how many vowel sounds you're going to hear in this word. And think about the first rule. Remember, if there's the amount of vowels in the word tells you how many syllables this word's going to have. And that after every vowel, there's a syllable break. Okay? So I'm going to teach you right now how you can break this word down so that you can slow down and just focus on each syllable so that you're able to pronounce this word. Right? Actually, you should visually try to break this word into syllables. Because our next slide, I'm going to show you how it's broken into syllables, and then you can check yourself to see if you were on spot, or if you were, or what vowel you missed. Okay. Remember, if you could speak English and you learned the English alphabet, you're going to be able to identify the vowels in this word. Okay. And remember, I told you not to worry about the words that have the diacritical marks. I'll teach you about what that is. But so this first segment is just looking at the word, find the vowels, and divide it up in my head. I begin to count how many vowels, and so I know that after each vowel there's a syllable break. All right, let's go check out the next page and see how we did. Okay, so if you visually broke the word, or you divided the word into 5 syllables that looks like this, you followed the first rule. And yes, I is a vowel, A is a vowel, U is a vowel, A is a vowel, I is a vowel. So now you can just focus on the first syllable. The M doesn't have any type of mark on it, so you know it's going to make the M sound. So the I makes the E sound, so it's me. Now the next one, the T has a line above it. So anytime a T has a line above it, like this, in this particular orthography, it will make a D sound, so it's a D. And then the A, remember, makes the Ah sound, so it's da. So our first two syllables, mi, da. And the K is going to sound like the K does in English because it doesn't have any sounds on it. It doesn't have any symbols on it. And the U is going to make the U sound. So, gu, gu. My fourth syllable, or fourth syllable, the Y, is going to make the same sound as it does in English. And the Lakota vowel, remember, makes the ah sound. So I want you to try it on your own. Okay, if you said ya, ya, that's pretty good. Now the last syllable, the P with the line above it. Okay, the P with the line above it makes the sound of a B. So it's b, b, b. So, and then the I. Let's see if you remember what the sound of the I is. And you go ahead and say the last syllable on your own. Remember, the P makes the B sound. P with a line above it makes the B sound. Okay. B. B. Okay, so we said all the syllables. Now we're going to go back and we're going to say the entire word, one syllable at a time. Mi, da, gu, ya, bi. 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 Hey, you're beginning to learn to read, Lakota. Beginning to learn to read. Very soon you're just going to look at it and you're going to say, oh, mi, da, ya, bi. Mi, da, ya, bi. All right, now we're going to move to the next page. So brace yourself, but remember the rules, and I guarantee you're going to be able to say and read this next. All right, so the sentence is Hihaniki bispiza wan blake. So Hihaniki bispiza wan blake. So remember the first rule is look at each word, count the vowels, and begin to divide the words into syllables. Okay? And then you could focus just on one syllable at a time and pronounce the word. Okay? So I'm going to let you go ahead and do this visually and see if you can break the first word into syllables. So there are a total of 4 words altogether. And if you're wondering what this is, I put down some pictures to give you an idea of what maybe this sentence is saying. So remember, go through, do you see any vowels? Do you see any nasal vowels? And begin to divide them into syllables. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next slide now. Let's see how well you done. Okay. All right, so if you divided up the Lakota words into the syllables and they look like this, you're getting it. You're getting it. And if they don't quite look like this, then go ahead and take a look back and see where you missed it. Remember, the focus is just trying to figure out where all the vowels are. And when you figure out the vowels, then you know where the syllable break is. So your first word, hihani, actually the complete word is hihaniki, but hihani has 3 syllables in it because it has 3 vowels. It has I, the nasal vowel A, and I. Your second word, bispiza, has 3 vowels in it. So you have 2 I's and you have an A, so you have 3 syllables. And then there's wan, bispiza wan. So that's a one syllable word. And then you have wan blake. Wan blake, you have one nasal vowel and two other vowels, the A and E. Okay. So just remember that whenever you're reading, when you're looking at Lakota words, maybe you go to a grocery store that has Lakota words posted up and you want to read it, just count how many vowels and remember what each vowel sounds like. And then if just look at the consonant and then go from there using what if you're an English speaker, and you can just go with sounding it out. You can do that right here too with this word here. So now that you got it all separated into syllables, let's go ahead and read it. So we got our first syllable and our first word is he. Second syllable is ha. Third syllable is ni. And then ki. The next word has three syllables. The first syllable is b. The second syllable is spi. And then your third syllable is za. And then your next word is wan. Then the fourth word here has three syllables. The first syllable is wan. Second syllable is blah. The third syllable in the word is ke. All right. So when you look at this and you're trying to read this here, you can just focus just on one syllable at a time, and you'll be able to get your word down. He, ha, ni, ki. And then move to your second word. Be, spiza, wan. And then your next word. Wan, blake. And then go back and do it again. He, ha, ni, ki. Be, spiza, wan, blake. That's just my tip for if you want to learn to read Lakota, is just count the vowels and know where the syllable breaks are, and then it'll help you just focus on each syllable, and then you'll begin to say the whole word all together. All right. Thank you.